Okay, so I'm going to go through 3 different examples so that you can know when the number goes on the outside. So the first thing that you always check for when you're factoring is if there's a greatest common factor. So if a number can come out of all 3 of them, so you check that first before you do any of the a times c or anything. So in this case, I have 2x squared minus 4x minus 30, in which they're all even numbers, so at least 2 goes into them. And so you find the greatest common factor, so the biggest number. So is there a number bigger than 2? No, since that's 2, you can't get a number bigger. So then that means that 2 is going to go on the outside. So then I'm going to divide each of these by 2. So then we're just going to have x squared. Negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2x. Negative 30 divided by 2 is negative 15. And then from here, now a is equal to 1. So even though 2 is on the outside, we're just going to factor this and keep carrying down the 2. So 1 times negative 15 is negative 15. 2 numbers that multiply to get negative 15 and add up to get negative 2. That will be negative 5 and positive 3. So then I'm going to go over here, and then I'm going to have x and x, and then negative 5 and positive 3 work. So x minus 5 and x plus 3. And so as you can see, 2 just kept staying down the whole time because on the very first step, all 3 of them could be divided by 2. Okay, let's try the next one. Okay, so for this one, is there a number that can go into 6, 13, and 28? No, I know right away because 13 is prime. So since 13 is prime, it can't divide by anything. So then I'm going to do 6 times 28. And I don't have a calculator on me, so we're going to have to do it by hand. So 28 times 6, that's going to be 48. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 4 is 168. So we need 2 numbers that multiply to get 168 and add up to get negative 13. Now, since I made these up, I actually already know them. Let me look. So it's negative 21 and positive 8. So you'd have to plug and check if you didn't know that, though. And sometimes you just have to use a calculator and keep on dividing by numbers until you find the right one. It's kind of annoying. Okay, so now I'm going to go back over here, and then I'm going to have 6x and 6x. And then the numbers that worked were negative 21 and positive 8. Okay, now I'm going to look at both of these and see what can go into both of them, or into this one, and then what number can go into this one. So into this one, the biggest number that can go in is 3. So then I'm going to be left with 2x minus 7. Now you'll notice here that the 3 does not come outside. The only time that that would come outside is if in the beginning all 3 of them could be divided by 3. Then 3 would go outside. But that's not true, so then we don't put it outside. Okay, in this one they both can be divided by 2. So then we're going to be left with 3x plus 4. And then you'll notice since nothing came out of the very beginning, there is nothing out in front. So that's our answer. And if we FOILed it, we would get that. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, so here we're going to look for a greatest common factor. So since I made it up again, I know that 3 goes into all of these. And since 3 came out of all of them, that's going to go out in front. So 6 divided by 3, that's 2x squared. Negative 57 divided by 3, I have to look at my work, is negative 19. And 72 divided by 3 is positive 24. And now I'll do 2 times 24 is 48. Sorry, Emery's awake, so she's starting to cry. But I'll get her after this. And then they add up to equal negative 19. So again, I made this one up so I know it. So I know that it's negative 16 and negative 3. So then I'm going to keep 3 outside. And then 2x goes in there. And in here. And then I have negative 16. Positive, or sorry, whoops, that's negative 3. So that should be a minus. Okay, and then in this one, 2 can come out of that. Nothing can come out of that one. So since it didn't come out of the very beginning, or right there, 2's not going to go outside. It's just 3 that stays outside. And then we're going to have x minus 8, and nothing could come out of that one, so it's just 2x minus 3. And that's our answer. Okay, I hope that helped answer your question. Let me know if you need more help.